What is that?
I don't know. We just, yeah.
Okay, no, we do this.
Hey babe, how you doing? We're back again. It's another week. I'm still in the month of love, and today I have a beautiful, beautiful girl, Fortunate, the CEO of Adore Gifts. So yeah, because it's the month of love, we thought we should do something pretty romantic as I tell the story. So yeah, Fortune, tell them what you are and what you're doing.
Hi guys, so I'm Fortunate, and like she said, I am the CEO of Adore Gifts, and basically today we're going to be doing something amazing. It's all about love, it's all about romance, so we're going to be doing something that will bring a bit of some ambience, something romantic at home. If you'd like to do maybe something like a romantic picnic at home, that is basically what we're going to be doing. Candle holders.
So yeah, she's absolutely amazing at what she does. Follow her on her Instagram page at @adorgifts_official, right? I'll put it down. Order from her. Oh my gosh. Give the girl a bag.
Most certainly.
But she is amazing. So as I tell the story, like I always say, I can't tell stories to the air. So as I tell the story, she'll be making something pretty for us. Do you want to show them what it will look like?
Most certainly. Mm-hmm. So basically this is almost how it's going to be looking like.
Yeah.
This is our candle holder.
So cute.
Alright, so this is what we're going to be crafting today. It's a glitter red, mainly because we're in the month of love, and maybe you get to understand. Oh yes, and again. So it will make sense why we've got an O here later on. So for now, let's just leave it at that.
Awesome. All right, let's get to it then.
All right.
Right, so let's get into it. I'm going to tell you a story time, and because we're in the month of love and also my birthday month, we're going to share something a little bit more romantic, a little bit more, nice and lovey-dovey. But in terms of telling you a personal story, I don't know. I don't know. It's just that, I could get into a lot of trouble if I begin to share my experiences. But yeah, so I'm going to share that. And as I share that, I am going to ensure that I try and bring the whole scenario out to you. For those who know, I've been writing for a number of years, and my writing started off as, a healing tool. I used to write all my life, write little songs, write little novels, write little stories and things, but then I stopped. So when I started again, it became a healing tool for what I had been going through. So I've written and completed almost 9 or 10 books, and I still have so many others. I just haven't published because there's a way in which I want to publish. So this story is coming from one of my books, which I believe should be a screenplay. I believe it should be out there as a series, and it's called Loved and Lost. And it was inspired, obviously, by William Shakespeare. It's better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all. So it's about human trafficking, which is awkward, but it is about human trafficking.
Yes, sir.
But in the middle of that, there's so many things going on, so many storylines going on. That's why I believe it should be a Valentine's, but also a screenplay, because it makes sense for television. So I'm going to pick out these two characters, and these two characters they're not the main characters. They're actually just somewhere in the end, like part 3 of the book, maybe part 4, and they have met under interesting circumstances. She is a woman that was beaten up by her husband when they were married, and she has suffered a lot of trauma and eventually divorced him, and hasn't really seen him for years, and has seen him 2 or 3 months or 2 or 3 weeks before this actual event. But she's also met someone who is he has 2 different baby mamas, and an ex-wife who doesn't have a child with him, but he is also sleeping with his sister-in-law.
Okay, that's quite
It's
complicated.
very complex, very complex. And now the sister-in-law is in a relationship with this woman's ex-husband, the one who used to beat her up.
Mhm.
So they meet under these circumstances, and they like each other, and they want to start dating each other, and they go ahead and they do that. So we meet them on a night when they've decided to have their first date. And I'm using this because of the kind of date that he organizes for them. So yeah, here we go.
This is the kind of date.
All right, excellent. So for this part of the storytelling, I will be out of shot so that you can see what she's doing. She's really good at what she does. Take notes, try it out, just experiment, try it out, and you'll enjoy it. So I was telling you about these two people. His name is Trevor and her name is Zoleka. So we find Zoleka on a night when it's been Christmas Day. She spent the morning with her daughter, the afternoon with her family, and he had told her that he knew a way in which she could relax. So he was going to take her out and help her to relax in the evening, and he had told her to put on her sportswear. So we see her tying up her shoes as he knocks at the door and he comes through. And when he comes through, he gives her a gift. It's a first date, so everyone is nervous, but he hands her a gift and he says, "Merry Christmas." And she says, "Oh, you got me a gift." And he says, "Yeah." So she unwraps it, and when she unwraps it, it's a small little, cubic gift. And when she unwraps it, she finds a building block, the kind of building blocks that kids get, the very first block ones that are either blue or yellow or wooden and then have a letter. So he gives her that, and she's like, "And then what is this?" She frowns, and he says, "Oh no, stick with me and you will discover what all of this is about."
Wow.
So they leave, and he drives into, so they live in this really huge estate. This book is rich people's vibes. So if there are things I mention, it's because it's that class of people, like soft life kind of people, completely. So then now they are out there, and as they are out there, they're driving in this estate, and it's a part of the estate that she doesn't know of. And they drive to this space, and it's almost bushy, but it's clear, but it's a park, but it's just a weirdish place. Any woman wouldn't feel safe there with some man. But anyway, these are adults we're talking about. They kind of think they've got this. So when he parks, she sees a picnic setting.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, "Oh, that looks so cute." It's like scattered cushions, almost like a picnic basket, but it's not complete because the sun is setting. It's not a complete picnic setting, but it's a picnic setting, and you would think that's where they're going. And he looks at her and he says, "Oh, sorry, that's not for us."
Mm-hmm.
And she looks at him like, "What do you mean that's not for us?" And he takes her hand and he walks right past it. And they walk through like these small bushes, and they get to this clearing on the other side. And this clearing has a tent. And it's not like a tent, it's a marquee, but like 5x5, pretty spacious.
Mm-hmm.
And from the outside, it's draped in white. So it's draped in white cloth. And he stands there. In front of the marquee is a picnic bench, and it's got a fruit basket or a fruit basket there. And she's kind of looking at this whole thing because it's weird. And further down, she can see a, what do you call those sheds? Like a shed, like a Wendy house.
Okay.
She can see a Wendy house at the end. And
I'm almost seeing like a bohemian kind of setting.
Yeah, kind of like that,
Mm-hmm.
It's romantic, but it's creepy, but it's pretty, but it's what's going on kind of vibes.
Okay.
So he then looks at this and peers into the tent, and then calls her to come, in a sneaky kind of way, like, "Come." So she goes to his side, holds his hand, and they both look inside. and inside it's literally a play area for kids.
Wow.
Like there's paint brushes, there is Legos, there are dolls, there is Play-Doh, there are cushions on the floor, like playmats, like literally it's a children's play haven. And he says, come, let's go in. And she's like, what's going on here? So Zoleka is not getting what's going on. She's remembering the block.
Fortunate already.
Zoleka, you can keep dreaming. Keep dreaming. These are dreams, ne? I write for fantasy. So Zoleka is trying to figure out what's going on. Then he says to her, listen, I like you a lot. And I normally show this side of myself to women a bit later on, and then they leave me because they don't like it, they don't understand it. So I want you to know me for me, and I want to know you for you. And she's like, oh, okay. And then he says, the best way to get to know someone is if you play with someone. So let's play. And then they start playing. They literally get down like kids. She gets a paintbrush, she gets paper, she starts drawing a house, a tree, the sky, flowers, and don. You know how you do when you get a paintbrush. You just go back to 6 years old and that's all you draw. Clouds and the sun and flowers. And he picks up the Legos and he begins to build a fort. Literally like any boy would. And in the middle they're talking about, when I was young, this is what I used to do, when we used to go to school, this is. So she's catching on. And this is the best way to get to know someone from the beginning, their literal genesis, because what else? How else? So they're going on, they're sharing their stories, talking from their childhood to their teenagehood, all the way up to their adulthood and where they are. And it takes like an hour and a half, 2 hours. And when they're done, they just look at their stuff and they're just satisfied. There's no pretense, there's no give the right there's no give the right answers. What right answers are you giving while you're
busy with something you love?
With a Barbie doll? Like literally, what answers do you give when you're going ka-ching with Legos? I mean, you've already stripped yourself down, haven't you? So yeah, he does that, and when they're done, he then takes her hand, leads her out of the tent, and he walks back to the picnic setting. Now things have changed. There are bain-maries, they've been set, there are candles that have been set. It means
so the
while
whole
they were
time
in there, somebody was fixing it up. There's all these beautiful baubles, around lighting up the area, and she is taken. Like, it's like, wow. How did you do this? And he opens up, they take a seat, he opens up, he starts to serve her, they start to eat. By this time, they are so comfortable in each other's space. So yeah, they sit down and they begin to now talk about the adult side of life. They start talking about their relationships, the hardships. That's when she talks about her relationship with her ex-husband and the hardship she had to go through in healing. And he talks about his past in a certain way, like he doesn't say everything, because I mean his case is weird. I'm with my sister-in-law kind of thing. Can't be revealing things like that on the first date. But he is candid about his sons, his relationship with their mothers, his marriage that failed and all. And they just enjoy each other's company. And after about an hour of eating, an hour and a half of eating, he then, leads her back past the tent to the Wendy house. And when he leads her past the tent to the Wendy house, he opens it up, and inside is a massage bed.
Wow.
Inside is just this aroma, because...
So this guy's actually very romantic.
He's extremely romantic. He's the dream, bruh.
I mean, that's why I'm like, this girl fortunate already.
Exactly. But no, her name is Zoe. So there's a massage bed, the scents are running, it's time, to... And then he turns to her and he says, I know you're tired from the day,
Mm-hmm.
and I told you I'd help you to relax. I know you've already probably wound down, but if you don't mind, I would be doing it myself.
Okay.
This is awkward because that means she has
Exactly.
to, literally bear down.
Mm-hmm.
So she looks at him. I mean, she's already taken. Guys, there's some people that just take you on the first date. It's like, yeah, of course, daddy, yes. Yes, daddy, yes, whatever you want. So by now she's taken.
Mm-hmm.
And she looks at him and she thinks, okay, I'm going to have to obviously bear down.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know this guy and he's going to be doing my massage.
Mm-hmm.
And she looks at him. And bear in mind, this girl has lived in the States for a while.
Mm-hmm.
So she looks at him and she is not shy.
Mm-hmm.
And looks at him and she decides, okay, let me just do this.
Mm-hmm.
So she kisses him.
Mm-hmm.
And then she steps back and she says, all right, now that all the awkwardness is out of the room,
Okay.
now we can do that. So he leaves the room, she changes into her bathrobe and she lies on the bed,
Mm-hmm.
into her towel, and she lies on the bed. And when he comes in, he just gives her the best massage she has ever had. It's either he's that good or she's just taken by everything that has happened. So it doesn't matter. Now she's not even, scoring 10 out of 10, 9 out of 10, dun.
Mm-hmm.
So when she's done with that, when he's done, he then says, okay, I'll be outside.
Mm-hmm.
But she's already literally taken by everything. It's been perfect.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the most perfect dates she has ever been on. He has been the perfect gentleman. Even when he was giving her a massage, he wasn't giving it to her in a suggestive manner.
Mm-hmm.
It was literally seemingly professional,
Mm-hmm.
seemingly like, listen, we're here, I want you to relax, and when you are done, you know what, go home and have the best sleep you have ever had. Awesome. As you can see, we continued with our recording. She added another layer of glue and of the glitter and we allowed it to dry for a little bit, and then she took us into a spectacular setup and it was awesome. Look what she did. Oh man, fortunate, look at this. It's gorgeous, guys. What do you think? This is amazing. So one of the things that really mesmerized Zoleka was the fact that he had gone all out. He had planned it. It was not a spur of the moment, let me take you out because I want to sleep with you kind of date. It was I want to get to know you. I want to play with you. I want to talk to you. I want to give back to you kind of thing. And I think that's so important in any relationship, whether it's with your child, whether it's with your partner, whether it's with your friends, to have some thought out moments where you simply just celebrate the other person, celebrate life. And I'm so glad that I have people like Fortunate in my life, because then it's simple. Call a girl up and get her to set things up when you're, at the side or, making your way, and let life just be beautiful. So yeah, just call a girl up, call a Fortunate up, get someone to just sort things out for you. And I mean, it doesn't take too much. It doesn't take too much money to celebrate somebody, to love somebody, to show somebody how important they are to you. And it's that little act, that small little act that will keep you embedded in their heart for the rest of your life. It's a memory you can't afford to miss out on. God bless you. I love you so much. It was really nice having you. I didn't share a personal story for reasons best known to me, but next time probably. Love you so much. God bless. Well, it was perfect. I hope you enjoyed every minute of it. I want to say thank you, Fortunate, for coming on. Hope to have you back. Hope for you to do more of these for me.
Definitely.
Yes. But I do hope you realized how simple it is for that special person, and sometimes just for yourself, just to treat yourself, make yourself enjoy your evening, your morning, we are about to go down on breakfast, y'all. Just the girls celebrating themselves. It's the month of love. It's my birthday month. Use it as an excuse, and just spoil yourself, Thank you so much for coming, Fortunate. I really
Thank you for having
appreciate
me.
you. Thank you.
And
So on.
going through my phone. Yes, because I'm about to No, she did not.
I'm not going through her phone. I was opening Snapchat and looking for a filter.